question.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, suppose somebody pull a gun on you or something. Didn't you get some frightening experience? And didn't you really plead for your life? Why will you say, like, when you die, you become more powerful and you speak things up? Right. Why will, I mean, that is...
Well, it's naturally because, like I said before, because I haven't died yet, and it's only human to me to want to hang on to what I know, because we want to cling to the familiar. They say even when someone comes to hell to get you to go to heaven, you're going to go kicking and screaming and fighting. Mm-hmm. You would rather, if your arm had gangrene and it's going to threaten to kill the rest of the body, you would rather your arm stay on than somebody cut your arm off. That's because people tend to cling to the familiar. We feel comfortable in that which we already know, and we don't feel comfortable in that mystery that we don't know. So most people fight against death up to a stage.
In other words, it's like fighting. It's like trying to hold on to a penny than to receive a dollar.
Than to receive a dollar.
I see.
That's only because you have been conditioned to that. Remember, life is all we know. So if life is all you know, how would you know that death might be the ultimate prize, in which it is? Even Christ had to die. Don't you want to be like Christ?
Oh, no, not now. Really? Not now.
Don't you want to? I want to be like Jesus. Well, Jesus had to die.
Yeah.
Right? And Osiris and all the rest of them had to get the hell on to the other dimension to gain the power, because the prize is on the other side. You see what I'm saying? Even the Africans, some people say, well, how the hell the Africans just let low Europe come in and take over them? But then again, we thinking from a modern mind. The Africans understood that certain things was inevitable. So they just laid down and died. Because number one, they knew this day was coming. You see what I'm saying? They knew this day was coming. The Tibetans got a thing, the Tibetans got a day that they knew the white man was coming about 800 years before he came. They knew he was coming. And they said that to the day, they said they had the day, they had the year, and they had the fucking hour. And the day, the year, and the hour, the white man arrived. The Tibetans got a thing. The white man, they had an 800-year prophecy on the day he was going to come. And to the damn hour, he came knocking on the door. You see what I'm saying? He came knocking on the door. So some things are inevitable. Ultimately, death has to be the ultimate power, because the simple fact is we all got to die. And they said this is what's plagued the modern man for years, is not knowing the knowledge of death. You see what I'm saying? Most people, when they die, we take it hard, because that's our selfishness. We don't want to go through being on this realm without them being around. And the Africans used to tell you, you got to quit mourning, because that person can't make the transition, not unless they know that you are all right. You can have them down here trapped for 20-something years grieving, because they don't, you know what I'm saying? I think because we went up to my Aunt Jane's apartment in over here in Brooklyn, and I got a cousin named Great Henry, died in 75, and he was still up in the apartment. Now obviously he didn't make the transition, and I figured it out why he didn't make the transition, because I remembered that she grieved so. This was her brother that she was real close to, and so she grieved way past the time that she was supposed to grieve. You see what I'm saying? Mm. She even blamed God for taking it. And so as a result of the grieving process, he probably stayed around on this plane, because he didn't want to leave without his sister being all right. And he's still up in there.
You mean the ghost?
The spirit, yeah.
The spirit.
You see, still up in there. Mm. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of times we don't understand things, and by us not understanding things, and that's what basically a European was. He didn't understand a lot of things because he was a new person on the earth. So therefore, now us being slaves, and when we say slavery, all black earth is in slavery, Africans too. We tend to take on the traits of what he doesn't understand. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so therefore, our minds have been totally reversed. You see what I'm saying? And so basically, what we have to do is we have to damn override all this stuff and turn our system inside out. Even in the way we look at religion and God.